City back to the top of the Premier League within 5 seasons, but it won't be as simple.
I'm out and all time.
City back to the top of the Premier League within 5 seasons, but it won't be as simple. Each season, we spin the wheel of mystery, and we get either a boost to help us with the challenge, or a punishment to try and stop us. And the only rules are, we have to sign 3 players, and also sell 3 players each season, unless the wheel tells us otherwise. But wait a minute, do you need some cheap coins for the new FC 26? Well, look no further, because here at Top Up Live, you can get cheap and reliable coins for the new game. And if you use my discount code FARDEN, then you get 12% off on top of that. Link is in the description. But 5 seasons is all we get to try and bring the Premier League title to Leicester City. And this is the team we're starting out with. And as you can see, we're starting out with £20 million, which is pretty decent. And remember, we have to sell 3 players first, so we will get even more money. But before that, let's first spin the wheel of mystery and see what we get for the first season. And let's go. We land on a boost, which is the +5 rating to all our new signings, only for this season. But whoever we sign will get a +5 rating boost, which is massive. But we first need to sell 3 players, and I'm not even sure which 3 players I should sell. I think we definitely need a better keeper. And then maybe also a better attacking midfielder and a better striker. I'm not sure. Let's first see who we get offers from. And we start off with an offer for Choudhury. I wouldn't mind actually selling him, but I will try to negotiate for a little more. And they won't budge. So we will just have to accept their £2 million deal. And there we go. First player has now left us. He goes for around 2 million. We now get an offer for our goalkeeper, which I will be accepting. And another offer for him. Inter Miami offers for Daka, but I'll try to negotiate for a little more. He gets 2 more offers, so I'll just accept both. But we have now lost our goalkeeper. Ajax gets him for around 3.1 million. And final player leaving us will be Daka. He will go for 1.8 million. So we have around 27 million to spend on 3 signings for this team. And remember, whoever we sign will just get a +5. First player I've decided to buy is Urbig from Bayern Munich as our new keeper. Pablo Torre will be our new attacking midfielder for also 9 million. And final player I'm signing is Marc Guiu from Chelsea, which means we are left with around 4 million. The team already looks better. But after our new signings get their +5, it looks so much better. We already have an amazing keeper and good attack, so this first boost will really help us. The goal for the first season is to just get promoted to the Premier League, so let's just sim till the end of season 1 and see if we can. And we're now at the end of season. Anyways, we topped the championship, which is amazing to see, so that means we have been promoted to the Premier League. A lot of players have gone away from the club, from retiring or just leaving, but we have also received a lot of returns again. This season we start off with 65 million, which is a lot better. But before we decide who to sell, we first need to spin the wheel of mystery. Can we get a good boost again? Oh no, this is bad. This basically means one of our signings has to be over the age of 35. That will not be...
Wait a minute! Who are you?
Ideal, but our team really does need a lot of improvements. We don't even have a bench. But let's first sell 3 players and see who we lose. And first player sold is Nelson for around 2 million. Will Alves is also leaving us for around 1.8 million. And last player going is Silko Thomas for 1 million. So 70 million is what we get to spend on this team. I think we need to focus on the midfield and maybe a better center back. Just remember, one has to be over 35 years old. First player I've bought is Manuel Ugarte for 30 million. I've then also got Branthwaite for another 30 million, which leaves us with 10 million, which I've spent on N'Golo Kante as our 35-year-old plus signing. Our team is really beginning to look good. I think I did well with the punishment we got. We still have 3 more seasons after this to build, so as long as we don't get a really harsh punishment, I think we'll be fine. But let's see if we can survive relegation this season. And we have now reached the end of the season. Let's see how Leicester does. And they actually got 9th, which is pretty decent for their first season back in the Premier League. But we're now at season 3. Team is mostly getting stronger and stronger. We only get 58 million this season, which is a little less than last season. But we need to improve the team. But let's first spin the wheel and see what we get. And let's go. It's another boost. We get a +2 to our whole starting 11. So everyone in the starting 11 will get a +2 boost, and that does make it already look stronger. Only a few positions left to really improve, and that's the center back, of course, but also the right back, and maybe a right attacking midfielder if we can get one. But as always, we first need to sell 3 players, so let's just see who we can get rid of now. And first player sold is actually our center back Sautar for around 4 million. Next player going is actually Mavididi for 13 million. And last player going is Lewis Page for 1 million. So 76 million we get to spend on this team. So first player I've bought is actually Embolo, but but as a bench striker for only 8 million. Pavard will also be joining us for around 25 million, which then leaves us with 43 million, which I get to spend all on Pedro Porro for right back. So this is the final team for Season 3, and it's really beginning to look good, especially our starting 11. It's actually insane, and we still have 2 seasons after this. But our bench isn't the best. We still need to focus on improving that in future seasons, but let's see if we can crack into the top 6 with this team. So we're now at the end of the season. Now for the moment of truth. Have we done better in Season 3? No, we actually somehow did worse and got 12th. That's not good to see. I was hoping we would do better. But only 2 seasons left. At least most of our team is still growing. But we have lost Conte now because he has retired, so that does put a dent in our midfield. We do have another 58 million for this season. But before we sign anyone, let's see what the Wheel of Mystery will give us in this 4th season. And oh no, it's a punishment this time. We can't sign any players. So we are only allowed to sell 3 players, which is really not ideal. So we have to sell our worst players. And first player going is Cartwright. I don't mind losing him at all. We get an offer for Christiansen, but I really don't want to lose him. So I have to reject. But we also get an offer for Wilson Brown, and I wouldn't mind losing him, so I accept that offer. Aluko now also gets an offer, which I'm accepting now. And there goes our second player now. And this time it's Aluko for also around 1 million. And last player leaving us is Evans. He's going for also 1 million. So all 3 players sold for 1 million. So our final budget is 61 million. And this team, I think we should still do good with this team. And the good thing is that we will have a lot of money for the final season. But let's just simulate Season 4 and see if we can survive like this. So we're now at the end of Season 4. As long as we're not below 10th, then I'm happy. Okay, wait, forget that. We did incredible. We literally got 3rd. That's really close to completing the challenge. So it all comes down to this 5th and final season. And we have 158 million to spend this season because we didn't spend any money last season. But before we get to spend any of that, we first need to spin the Wheel of Mystery. Let's see what we get for the final time. Oh no, not another punishment. This time it's remove goalkeeper. So we lose our legend Urbig. That's sad to see, but he will have to go. So we've already lost 1 player. We definitely need to improve our goalkeeper then. But let's see what other 3 players we also get to sell. And first player we actually have decided to sell is this Braybrook guy. He's going for around 1 million. We now also lose Joseph for only 300 grand. And last player leaving is Opoku also for around 1 million. So 160 million is our final budget to improve the team. Let's just get straight into it. So first player I've decided to buy is David Raya as our new goalkeeper signing. Hopefully he can take Urbig's spot for us. He will actually only be joining for 20 million, which is really cheap. I've then also gone with Chouameni for only 60 million. And the final 80 million will all be spent on Fermin Lopez. Bro, I'm genuinely incredible at this. Just take a look at the team I've managed to build. It's insane. This team should be able to win the Premier League. But all that's left to do is to just simulate the final season to see how we've done. We're now at the end of Season 5. We have to win the Premier League if we want the challenge completed. Have we actually done it?